Fahad, Dilish, Sham, so wonderful to have you on Film Companion. I want to begin by just congratulating you on Joji. It's a stunning film. One of the things that really intrigued me was that Sham and Dilish, with every film, the character that Fahad is playing is becoming more complicated. It's becoming more complex. It's becoming more morally complex, becoming darker. Tell me why this is. Is this by design? Is this a coincidence? Is this because you've discovered Fahad's range as an actor and what he can do? What's going on with this happy man in Mahashinte Pratikaran going darker, darker?
Why are we getting darker with Fahad? Actually, we have no option like left. So we need to surprise each other for each movie we come up with. That's very tough ask to be. I don't know how Priyadarshana and Lalsa did all these years, and they're still finding that joy of working together. We are actually, sometimes we are bored and we just push each other sometimes. It is very hard. Not only with three of us, the editor, the person, the editors has already seen so many close-ups of Fahad in Tondi Mudalam Thirachatti, and it's very hard to pick one unique thing. It's very hard to differentiate him with Shammi and this Tondi Prasad. It's very hard. We are all one people. We are all similar kind of people. It's very hard actually, but we have managed to. Only way to make it more complicated, and that is the only way to escape from that. So we made it.
Yeah, if you can't convince, just confuse,
It's like that. It's like that.
Fahad, Macbeth has of course been played by the greats of cinema, from Toshiro Mifune in Throne of Blood to Irfan in Maqbool. Of course, your take in this film is very different. Joji is not a successful man. His own father calls him a loser. He's also extremely deceitful. In a sense, he's wearing a mask inside the house as much as he's wearing outside the house. And it was very unsettling. You're giving a performance within a performance. How did you do that?
Shyam and I were having this conversation the other day. So there are two things that how I look at it. So I have not read Macbeth in the recent times. I read it like a long time back. Even when Dilish decided to do this, I didn't go back and read the text. I just wanted to take it on from here. So in my vague memory, I have this image of Macbeth is very unstable. He looks very powerful, and there's something about him which is very unstable. And that's while playing Joji, I mean that is the how I've tried to crack is I've tried to bring in that visible instability in this guy. And that's one. Two, see, because it's not a direct adaptive of Macbeth. You have the freedom to actually flow into the narrative and remind people where it needs to be reminded, and take your freedom and play it otherwise. So because it was not a direct adaptation like the other films which were made in India and overseas, we had the freedom to do it the way we wanted to do it. So to answer your first question, how it's how we keep how we done like all these films together. So basically, what I've evidently seen is I've not seen Shyam repeating himself. So when Shyam doesn't repeat, Dilish doesn't repeat. So when Dilish doesn't repeat, I don't repeat. So the idea is everyone is exploring individually. So the possibilities are wider, I think,
Dilish, I read that you shoot your films chronologically, like in the scenes are shot in sequence. How do you think that adds to the storytelling?
അങ്ങനെ ഷൂട്ട് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ ഒരു ഗുണം എന്താ വെച്ചാൽ മറ്റേ റൈറ്റർ ആയിട്ടുള്ള ശ്യാമോ ഞാനും ഞങ്ങളിങ്ങനെ സംസാരിച്ചൊരു ഐഡിയയിലേക്ക് എത്തിയിട്ടുണ്ടാവും. പക്ഷെ ഇത് നമ്മുടെ ഒരു തോന്നലാണ് ഇത് ഇങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ വരുമായിരിക്കും എന്നുള്ളത്. നമ്മൾ ആ ഒരു ലൈൻ എഴുതുമ്പോൾ, ഒരു സീൻ ക്രിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുമ്പം, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അങ്ങനെ ഒരു സ്പേസ് നമ്മൾ ഡിസൈൻ ചെയ്തെടുക്കുമ്പോഴൊക്കെ അതിനകത്ത് ഒരു രസമുള്ള അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു ഇമോഷൻ ആ സീനിൽ നിന്ന് ക്രിയേറ്റ് ആവും എന്നുള്ളത് നമ്മുടെ ഒരു പ്രതീക്ഷയാണ്. പലപ്പോഴും നമ്മളത് പ്ലേ ചെയ്ത് വരുമ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്ന മീറ്ററിനേക്കാളും മുകളിലായിട്ട് ആ പെർഫോം ചെയ്യുന്ന മൊമെന്റിൽ ചിലപ്പോൾ ആക്ടർക്ക് കോൺട്രിബ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്യാനുണ്ടാവും. മറ്റു പല ഘടകങ്ങൾക്കും ആ സമയത്ത് ഒരുപാട് കോൺട്രിബ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്യാനുണ്ടെന്നാണ് കരുതുന്നത്. അപ്പൊ അങ്ങനെ അത് കോൺട്രിബ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്നതുകൊണ്ട് അങ്ങനെ ഒരുപാട് സാധനങ്ങൾ ആഡ് ഓൺ ചെയ്യുന്നത് കൊണ്ട് അതിന് അങ്ങനത്തെ ഒരു എന്താ പറയാ എന്താണ് നമ്മൾ ഷൂട്ട് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുമ്പോഴും അതിന്റെ ഒരു തോട്ടിനപ്പുറത്തേക്ക് നമുക്ക് കുറച്ചും കൂടെ ഉറപ്പുവരുത്താൻ പറ്റുന്നുണ്ട് എങ്ങോട്ടേക്കാണ് സിനിമ ട്രാവൽ ചെയ്യുന്നത് എന്നുള്ളത്. അത് കുറച്ചും കൂടെ ഒരു ചിന്തിക്കാൻ നമുക്ക് കുറച്ചും കൂടെ അതിന് ഫ്രീഡം തരും തോട്ടിൽ ഞാൻ കരുതുന്നത്. സിനിമയുടെ നറേറ്റീവിനും ആ ഫ്രീഡം തരും. അതൊരു റിസ്ക് ആണ്, അതിൽ ഒരുപാട് എഡ്ജ് ഉണ്ട്. പക്ഷെ ആ റിസ്ക് ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇഷ്ടമായതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഞങ്ങൾ റിപ്പീറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് അതിങ്ങനെ ട്രൈ ചെയ്യുന്നതെന്നാണ് എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നത്.
And also, it's very easy for the actors, Dinesh all the films I've done with him, he's shot it chronologically, and it primarily helps the actors more than.
What did he say? Why does he prefer that?
He said
for the actors.
Not just for the actors. He said it's for the team as well. So
he
says, yeah. So what he says is, as he gets into the flow, suppose for example, if you shoot a particular scene today, and the scene before that is shot after 5 days, and the intensity or the way you played it is different. So if you go in the order, there is even more scope to explore. You can always try variations, and it's like what you eventually said was, it's more than everything, it's fun to do a film that way. So
Fahad, you said that you meet Shyam once when he starts writing, once in the middle, and once at the end. So I want to know, what are these meetings like? How are you? Do the two of you fight? You're also a co-producer on these movies. I don't know, how much do you shape the story?
No, we see, the meeting is for the meeting's sake. We talk about other films and the best film he did, he watched last, and so there's hardly any discussion or not. Like, before I'm leaving, they'll say, just grow your beard, or just take off your beard. That's the meeting is for this thing. And another thing is they basically want a clarity of when are you shooting this. So these are the two things discussed in all the meetings, not what we are shooting, when, and how I should be when we're going to shoot, and everything else happens on the sets. I mean, see, basically Shyam gives me like I said, the first meeting, he gives me, they basically give me an idea and see if I'm equally excited and if I can travel with them. So once that is there, then sort of we travel together, we explore this together.
It's not easy as it sounds, but we trust each other. Each other, but actually it's a burden. Actually, we trust each other and say few lines, and we just when to start starting a movie and making a movie. That's tough actually. We are trusting too much. So I was telling Macha, if there is anything wrong, just tell me on the face or correct it. Because too much friendship and too much trust can actually harm the movies. So
there's a very interesting combination that not many people know. So Shyam never narrates a scene. Dinesh does that. As a scene, like
Right.
Okay, the Shami's introduction scene. No, Tondi Mudal. Let's take Tondi Mudal. So a scene of Tondi Mudal is always narrated by Dinesh. Shyam just narrates the narrative of the feel of the film. Most of the times the scenes will not even be there. He says that to get the feel of the film. Eventually the scene is basically narrated by Dinesh, and every day morning before we shoot, he gives you a narration, and that and we take it on from there.
So the specific beats of Joji, the expression on his face, when I mean, I don't want to give too much away. I don't want this interview to spoil the fun of the movie for people who haven't seen it yet. But when Binsi, the sister-in-law, tells him wear a mask, and that means so much more than just wear a mask. Those little moments when he tells the relative, no, don't book your ticket, he's on the phone. How do you create those moments? Is it just instinctive because you know what this character would do?
No, I mean, these detailings are always given to me by Dinesh and Shyam. So I think the only scene that was told to me before the shoot was this particular mask scene. So it's always like that. They'll give you a scene which actually gets you to think about the character. You sort of you start thinking in your head how the character got there, and so I mean, this was one scene that was always there even when we started shooting, and yeah, so
That
yeah,
particular
I
scene
don't
was
know. I don't know if he's taken the take I like. There was a take I really liked, but he liked something else. I think he's taken what he likes.
Tell me, did you, you're a massive star. Did you ever sort of worry about not being likable on screen?
No, see, so when I was in America, like during my college days, I've read this interview of Kevin Spacey. He's rarely given interviews. So there was something he said which actually I thought was very exciting. So what he said is that audience basically think about, see, when they're watching See You Soon, if they think about Tundi Mudal, which means that See You Soon is not working. So the only time people get distracted from your film is, if people get reminded of earlier work is because your film is not working. So for me, it is very, evidently I ensure that the exercise is actually fresh. The interactions are very fresh when things happen.
He's not thinking of liking him as an actor or something. He's just concerned about whether people will like Joji or not.
Shyam, tell me, is it true that you only start writing once a location has been approved and you've seen it?
Yes. The Padmarajan sir, the earlier masters we have is just, we have a one line in mind and we go for location tracking and find the location and write the rest of the thing.
So the location is that integral to your actual narrative that unless you've seen and approved the location, you can't even write.
Yes, absolutely.
That's amazing.
Sometimes there is a flashes coming. There are some scenes I get with these flashes, but the totality comes in when once we find out the location and Dilesh and me go there and see that that kind of thing happens, and you elaborate that thing and make it look.
Suppose sometimes we have some practical difficulty to നമുക്ക് ഒരു ലൊക്കേഷൻ കിട്ടാൻ ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടൊക്കെ നമ്മൾ ആ ലൊക്കേഷൻ മാറിയിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ സ്വാഭാവികമായിട്ട് സീൻ തന്നെ മാറുമെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നുണ്ട്. ഓട്ടോമാറ്റിക്കലി നമുക്കിപ്പോ ഇന്ന് ഈ ലൊക്കേഷൻ പ്ലാൻ ചെയ്താണ്, അവിടെ എന്തെങ്കിലും ഒരു അസൗകര്യം ഉണ്ടായിട്ട് നമ്മൾ നാളെ വേറെ ലൊക്കേഷനിലേക്ക് മാറ്റിയാലും എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്ന ആ സീൻ മാറുമ്പോൾ ആ സീൻ ലൈൻസ് മാറുന്നുണ്ടെന്നാണ്.
I want to add a point. I believe that if there is a person, the distance between them actually, their vocabulary changes according to the distance between the characters. So it's very important that how the characters are placed, and I think the dialogue changes if the distance is more. If the distance is less, the vocabulary,
the height, energy,
everything will be changed. So
Dilesh, you talked about how the second film was, in a sense, drier than Mahishinte. Thondimuthalam is less entertaining in that typical sense. You said you felt that you could be, you didn't have to make people laugh in every scene. It was more, it was just sort of tougher in a way. Now this film, Joji, has gone many steps ahead, right? It's very minimalist. It's very spare. It's not, it's not happy in that sense at all. Did you feel the freedom to do this because the first two films were such big successes, or because you knew it was going on a streaming platform, so there's no pressure to, have that box office thing happen? How did you arrive at these choices?
Both happened actually. Both supported me actually.
Yeah, all the elements.
Because if the success of the Tundi Mudal run, Tundi Mudal is also a commercial hit.
Yeah.
So that gave me more confidence again. Okay, the entertainment is less in Tundi Mudal. Then also people are there. They are enjoying that film.
Actually, Tundi Mudal collected more than Mahesh.
More than
Really?
Mahesh.
Wow.
Yeah. So I thought. Then I realized the entertainment we can put in different ways. So we tried in Joji or in our third film we try to reduce the entertainment, and we have the confidence people will enjoy. But at the same time, it's in the OTT platform. So we don't have that much commitment like in theater. If it is in the theater, we have to give more entertainment assurance to the audience, I think.
Yeah.
And the audience is different. If it is a OTT, the Prime and all have that much wide range of audience, and in pan Indian, the movie will reach.
Yeah.
All that.
Matter.
And these two actually supported me to do to make Joji more dry.
Yeah. You say pan Indian. Fahad, you are now a bona fide pan Indian star.
No.
Yes. Are you kidding me? Do you not know?
Yeah, it's there. Let the Amazon hear it.
Fahad, it's time for you to accept this. It's time for you to say, yes, I am. Okay?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah. Few films I do. Yeah, not all the films. Yeah. Some of the films.
We are
I do,
Mallus.
yeah.
We are born. Modesty is our thing. Like we are Mallus.
Yeah.
You need to take a page out of Bollywood and say, yes, I'm a big star. But tell me, Fahad, does the fact that now the content is pan-Indian, does that put any pressure on you in any way in terms of the choices you're making?
No, I don't see it like that. I've never tried to make a film for a set audience or anything. We've always tried to explore what we believe in, and we could have made a Tondi Madal which was even more commercial. Like I don't have to be modest about it. I'm very sure about it. We could have made a Maheshwar Pratikaram which was even more commercial. We could have made a Tondi Madal which was even more commercial. We could have made a Joji which was even more commercial. So the idea is to stay honest to the art or the thing that we believe in. I don't think it doesn't put any kind of pressure on me. As long as I believe that my the attempts are good, I think the film should speak for itself.